coming a little bit early to listen to my nonsense. What I would like to do, if you'd oblige, is I'd like to share a couple things that I'm asking for my presidents and for the boards to help with as we're trying to put some cool things together on the district level. If we have some time, and I hope we do, what I'd like to also do is kind of get a feel and the temperature of the club from your perspective, kind of what you're thinking, where you feel this club might need some support, might need some help. Obviously you have a tremendous asset in the club of Marty on the district level, but we at the district are here to serve you. I mean, it's what we can do to help further your cause. The district exists, Rotary International exists, because of the clubs and its members. This is not a top-down organization, it's the reverse, it's a bottom-up organization. That the members are everything. I mean, I'm just here at the service of those members, so whatever we can do to help aid you is what we want, but to do that we need to know what is needed. So with that, I'd like to ask your support in a couple things that we're looking to accomplish on the district level. First and foremost is I am looking to, with the help of the presidents, put together a list of all the charitable contributions our clubs make. When it comes to the tracking, you already have it done. When it comes to the tracking, Rotary International is not the best when it comes to keeping numbers. When it comes to the foundation, I can tell you every single penny of every dollar that's ever been donated. But when it comes to anything else, nobody knows. And it's amazing to hear and to see on an individual club level what we do. But to be able to quantify it on a region level, on a district level, I think is going to be absolutely amazing. So what I'm looking to do is for the prior 12 months to get an accounting of all of the charitable contributions you've made as an organization. How many dictionaries you gave, things like that. So this way, a year from now, or at the district conference, we'll be able to say, in the Hudson Valley, we gave out 20,000 dictionaries. We raised $1 million, whatever those numbers are. But I think it'll be very interesting to understand and know those numbers, specifically for when we look to do public relations and get our name out there. I think we're going to hold a lot more weight if we were to push our name out there and say Putnam County gave $500,000 in donations through its 5 Rotary Clubs. 5, right? Not 4. 5. 5. There you go. So I just think having that number and being able to quantify it, I think is really going to be amazing, and it's going to be a nice piece for us to bring back to our communities. That individually, like I mentioned, we do amazing work, but sometimes the numbers get dwarfed by just the enormity of the world we live in. But if we were to put it together, I think it's going to have a pretty big impact. So that's the first thing we're looking to do. And whenever you have that ready and done, I will be gracious enough to take it.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be today. We do it to meet tomorrow.
Okay, because we might have a couple other things
okay.
to add to it.
That's definitely not a bad thing. The second piece of information that I'm looking for is I'm looking to put together a membership roster, both on a region level and on a district level. And the concept of this, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit during my talk today, is the concept of networking in Rotary. I'm a very, very big believer in the concept of sharing my business both personally and professionally with like-minded individuals. I want to be able to give my business to people that I trust, that share in the same ideals of the four-way test that I believe in. And right now, if I were to ask you, do you know an electrician up in Dutchess County, you probably, unless you just happen to have that contact, aren't going to know someone specifically to point me to. But if we were to have a directory, and this is for internal purposes, this is not for mass publication, this is for our membership. If I were to ask that and you were to have this type of roster, you'd be able to point me in the direction. And that's what we're looking to accomplish. So first and foremost is I'd want the permission of the members, so I'm not looking to publish anything without their consent. I'm looking to obviously know who they are, whether they're active or inactive in the workforce. I'm a big believer that those who are inactive in the workforce are a tremendous asset. Number one, they could be amazing mentors. Number two, if, for instance, and I use the analogy, if I was going to get into IBM, right? We have a member that might have retired from IBM and worked there for 30 years. Who better of a contact to get me in the front door than somebody who walked the halls for 30 or 35 years? So that's important to know whether they're currently active or inactive. Who they work for, whether they're self-employed, what the name of that company is, and their vocation, and some type of contact information, and even email is fine. I mean, it's just a way for our members to get a hold of one another and have an understanding of what they do. The next piece to that, which I'm looking to do, is to figure out our demographics. It's always kind of joked around that there's 1 million bankers in Rotary, right? I want to know how many bankers we have. I want to know how many attorneys we have. I want to know how many. to understand that and know what our audience is, I think will strengthen our organization. Because for instance, if this club, let's just say, doesn't have, I don't know, pick a profession. Let's say you don't have an attorney for the sake of argument. And every other club has a bunch of attorneys. Why doesn't this club? What's that? A newspaper man. Okay. I mean, whatever it is, but we'll now have that understanding of if it's working in all the other regions and it's working in our district, why isn't it working in Brewster? Or vice versa. Why isn't it working in Carmel if Brewster has it? So I think it's just nice to have that information. So that's what we're looking to put together, are those two pieces.
We have, just have to print it to you.
Well, I'm going to actually ask. I have an Excel spreadsheet. If you haven't gotten it, we'll get it over to you. You can just put it on that spreadsheet.
It's filled out for the most part. We can show it to you.
Our membership list has all the categories.
Yeah, but it's, a lot
It's
of
in the
it is
file
on
I gave
spread-
you. It's in the
Yeah,
file.
but you have it on the spreadsheet
Yeah, yeah.
online.
Well, if you just email it to me.
Oh, okay.
This way I could just put it into the master. Because
Okay.
I'm in charge of creating the masters.
Basically what I did was I put everybody's email address, except for those who aren't on email. I just put their phone numbers. Are you okay with that? All right.
Completely fine. Just some way for members to contact other members. And again, this isn't for my purposes.
Yeah. Okay.
Odds of me contacting every member are remote, but I think it's a nice piece to have. So those are my kind of, for the executive board, my two big pushes that I'm asking for support from the clubs. The other thing that I was just intrigued and interested in, and for those who've heard me speak before, and for you who haven't, you're going to hear about it today, I'm really, really big with the concept of family involvement. And just to hear if you guys are working on any projects or any events that you're more geared towards the family. And that's not just kids. I'm talking family as in partners.
We have our mini golf that we have every year.
Okay.
We're going to try to involve more. We're having it with like 5 o'clock. We used to have it at 3, so
Okay.
it's mostly business
Sure,
people.
sure.
We moved it to 5 o'clock, so
That's great.
the kids will be out of school or
Okay.
whatever, and we can do that. We're going to have a picnic, like an Oktoberfest for the family. We have, I have a list of so many things for the family.
We do the Christmas tree.
The Christmas tree.
Okay.
We save the candles.
And we do the Christmas breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's
We
for the
have a
community, but you
holiday-
also bring in your families?
Yes,
to take-
yeah.
absolutely.
We have a holiday party, like for the members of the
Okay.
families.
That's great.
What else can I think of right now?
Oh, that's a lot.
We have a lot. The Applebee's thing, we have
Founders Day.
Founder's Day, yeah.
What's Founder's Day?
It's,
Founders
she'll
Day
tell
is
us
a street fair. I'm the chairwoman of it. It's with a different organization, and it's been running for a number of years, and every year Rotary participates. And in the past years, they used to do a race, but they no longer do a race. But last
Like
year,
a run?
Like a run, yeah.
We used to, in other words, we used to sponsor the race, now someone else.
Yeah, now somebody takes it over. And this year, last year we did a shelter box, and that was huge. The kids loved
Oh, sure.
having a shelter box out and all that stuff like that. And this year, I think we're doing the dunk tank, which is more of a fun kind of thing.
We're dunking Marty.
No, actually, another young member.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
We
other
dunk
young
him every meeting.
Yeah.
It's down here, yeah.
We do a lot of stuff, you know. Oh, with the fireworks also. We were,
Yeah.
you know, a number of our members were on the fireworks committee to bring back the town fireworks after it was cut from the budget. So.
Plus Patterson. The Patterson folks were involved too.
Yeah, Patterson.
So you did a joint effort.
Yeah, it was the Rotary Clubs, the Elks Club, the Italian American Club, and
Got everybody involved.
Chamber of Commerce, Nice Columbus.
They haven't had it for years.
Yeah, so we all got together and raised it without any tax dollars spent.
How
Same
many
thing with the
people-
Christmas tree.
Yeah, and how many people were there?
We're estimating.
It was done in the whole plaza by, I don't know if you saw on 312 where, Home Depot.
It was a traffic nightmare for the train.
Okay. Just get them in. You don't worry about it.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay.